What is up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's reaction video is British versus American homes moved from the UK to the USA.
This should be good.
This should be good, we've not seen these before. Let's get straight into it.
Yeah.
Smash that button, smash that subscribe button, we would really appreciate it. And let's check out the differences between British and American homes, what we got.
Hi, welcome back to the ANS way, and in today's video we are going to be talking about 10 things that are different about UK homes versus American homes, especially as we've been living here for about 2 years now.
Stay tuned until the end because we've got some questions what you think about American versus UK homes. Please do subscribe if you enjoy this video. Number one, the most obvious one, it's size or lack thereof. Most UK homes are absolutely tiny. We mentioned this in a couple of other videos, and they're smaller than I had anticipated.
In America,
wait, we've got to look at these stats, haven't we? I can just see them. Oh, that's a big difference. That's a massive difference, actually. Oh, that's massive. So you can see there?
Yeah.
It's hard to see, I know, because of that.
This in a couple.
Oh, there you go. 818 is the average in the UK. 2164.
So, right,
That's
it's not in
incredible
order.
difference.
That confused me because I thought Spain.
No, yeah, bottom two. Spain's obviously got more than us as well, which I say obviously I wouldn't have known. To be honest,
I think I would have expected Spain to have more than us.
I suppose it's bigger, isn't it? Is it bigger? Is Spain bigger?
I don't know if it's bigger, but I just feel like when you see like a place in the sun, they're like villas,
just feels
they're
bigger.
like villa houses, aren't they?
Yeah, true, villa houses.
We've got a lot of like small houses. I guess they have less houses maybe in one area, whereas we have like more squidged in.
Yeah, I honestly don't know, but
I don't know about Sweden, but it's a big difference, even from Spain and US.
Yeah,
it's
well, it's over double everything. That's mad. That's why you get walking wardrobes.
Smaller than I had anticipated.
in America, by comparison, when we got here, we were finding homes were well in excess.
I don't think that's
of
a standard
2,000
home
square feet. I would say more.
That is a stunning
because
home.
it is stunning, absolutely stunning. But you know the video we did of the house tour?
Everyone
said that's a really expensive property.
I think that's
so that is probably not like the best one to compare to our. If you're going to compare our smallest houses, you can't compare the smallest with the biggest.
Yeah, 100%.
Because
but
it's got to be the average, sure.
Yeah, I imagine them dimensions will be average though, which is still mind blowing.
Yeah, probably.
But I agree
But
with you
what
on
I mean
the
is
house.
like in terms of pictures, you can't show like the tiniest townhouse and then the massive mansion because
definitely
not everyone lives in that.
True, very true.
Around 3,000, and initially we thought that's way too large for us. But what we have found is it's allowed for more rooms, more functionality in your house overall, and space to do things that you want rather than struggling to cram your clothes, storage.
Yeah, we get crammed in the UK.
You can actually live in your home and do things. That leads to number two, and that is the functionality of US homes. And I'm talking walk-in closets and pantries and dedicated laundry rooms.
Yeah.
In the UK, they would not come in a typical home. As we said in the first point, UK homes are tiny, so they don't really have the space.
We don't live in that, by the way.
I was going to say, you just said about the difference on the images shown.
I feel like that was a bit
brutal. They are small though.
They are small.
Space to have those types of rooms, but here in the US they do, and it's something that I absolutely love here.
Number 3 on the list, the kitchen. Now the kitchens in the UK are either non-existent little rooms somewhere in the house, either at the front or the back. They're separate from every other room. In the US, however, it's kind of a central location for gathering, dining rooms around.
I think the big difference is it's so open plan.
Yeah, US is so
because they have the space,
and
it's so open plan. So I feel like your kitchen, like it's big because you have all the space, whereas we have like these little thin ones because that's as much as we can get in this.
That's all we can get.
So you get a decent lounge. This is the best you can get.
More traditional as well is, well, we're more traditional, so it's more corridors or stuff like that. More modern builds is open plan.
But then I would still say again, like that is not typical.
Look at the size.
But that is not. I'm not falling for it, and I used to fall for it all the time. But I bet there's less people living in those than there is.
True, but it is massive.
That is massive, but I reckon that costs a couple mil.
Oh, definitely.
This is something that we had to get used to because having the kitchen in your living room is a little bit weird for English people, I would say.
I like it though.
Newer
I like
homes are starting to have this more open plan style living, but definitely when we were growing up, a kitchen was a separate area.
One of the magical things we do have here in the US is the garbage.
I want to give one of these a go.
I throw everything in there.
A banana?
Scraps, turn it on, run the water, and it's
That wasn't even a scrap.
When you live somewhere like Vegas that gets super hot in the summer,
They live in
for most
Vegas,
of the year
wow.
it's super hot, and you can just get rid of the food rather than have it in the trash can outside.
Trash can, there you go.
Very American.
Like an American. The other thing that Selena really misses is something from the UK, which is a drainage area that's built into the sink platform.
Draining board, we got
sink
that.
Basin, right next to the sink. So when you wash up, you put it over there and it drains off and
It's
it
too
runs
fancy for them
into
modern
the
kitchens.
sink, so the water comes off. I don't miss it that much because I'm a dishwasher person. And we have these little drains.
Yeah, he's my guy. He's my guy.
And I find them perfectly fine, but you do mention all the time the drainage.
Like that it has that in the UK homes, and if we've got some shots, we'll share that here.
And the final thing, which we've mentioned a couple of times, but I think it's really important, pantries. I don't think I've ever seen a pantry in the UK, personally.
This is what I would love. I would
Some
love
people
this.
have them, but they're rare.
Move to America, I can't
And if
even.
you do have them, they're tiny. Because I think one of my mum's
I think they're more like-
old houses had one, and it got ant infested.
Which one are we? Did I know about this house?
No, I don't think so. Well, no, you obviously know about it, but you've never seen my house, I don't think, inside of it.
Okay, no.
But other than that, I've never seen a pantry.
No, I've seen like maybe like a, I don't know, like a cupboard, like a big, like a deep cupboard, like that.
Yeah.
But nothing like walk in and.
Yeah,
That's my dream.
Every home that we looked at has a separate pantry or a huge area that acts as a pantry, and we get to store our huge 25
This is their house, though?
Costco
I'm
bags
guessing
of
so.
rice
It's nice.
and cereal in there.
The other thing that you might find, especially for our US viewers, is that in the UK, our washing machine is typically in the kitchen. Now,
can be,
when I think about that,
Seems ridiculous.
Yeah, it sounds really strange. Can you imagine you'll be cooking, or perhaps you're having dinner in the kitchen, you've got friends around, and then your washing machine is going off. Yeah, so a very weird thing about the UK kitchen.
Number 4 is bathrooms or bathrooms, as they said in the US. They pronounce their THs.
You say it
so
Wait, I say, bathroom.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Bathroom.
Bathroom. Let's know how you say bathroom.
Yeah, I don't
or
think he
bathroom
realises
in
that in
comments below.
England that they say that too.
Yeah, it's more up north to say bathroom.
Yeah, I
don't
don't
they?
think whether they're from sound like London.
It's like grass and grass. You say grass, don't you?
Yeah, I mean I don't emphasise on the
Say it
RMA. Grass.
Grass.
Yeah, don't go
definitely
grass,
emphasise. And I say
darling.
grass. Yeah.
bathrooms. We have 3.5 in here, and I think in the last place we stayed was 3.5. All of the homes that we looked at had between 3 and 5 bathrooms. They are obsessed. In the UK, you'll be lucky to have one main bathroom, and maybe, depending on when your home was built, an ensuite, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Certainly when we were growing up, that just wasn't the norm in houses. But since the 2000s, they started building the new homes started having an ensuite. But even then, the ensuite bathroom was tiny and
Comically small.
comically small, where two of you cannot be in there at the same time. There would be one sink, and that's another main difference. Here in the US, their en-suites really do cater for 2 people. They have double sinks, and that would really be a luxury
Just
in
bigger,
a
isn't
UK
it?
home. Actually, when I went to one of my colleagues' homes, her shower was so large, it was larger than one of my friend's bedroom. The shower.
That's mad, isn't it?
That's
That
how
is
big
mad.
it is here.
Obviously
I don't know
loaded,
if this
but that
is
is
the
mad.
same
Yeah.
across the US, but one of the biggest things I found strange with the bathrooms here, especially the ensuite, was that they don't typically have a door, and that for me is very different from the UK.
That's
UK,
interesting.
you will always have a door to your ensuite or your
Yeah,
bathroom.
let us know in the comments below.
I guess one reason is why do you need one? Because who's going to actually go in your bedroom?
Very true, very true. But,
Like the builder's not coming up.
no, I know what you mean.
Unless-
Why do you need one? But let us know in the comments, does your ensuite have a door? Because I've never seen an ensuite without a door.
But that's because our ensuites literally go on to like a small patch, I guess.
But I feel
isn't it?
like-
There's like a whole room in there.
Yeah, but I feel like even in a modern build,
I kinda like it without a
nice,
door.
expensive house, I've never seen it without a door.
I don't like it.
Yeah, but then the issue is like, let's say like if you were still living at your mum's, for example, and you needed to get hold of your mum quickly,
I
and
would
you
just
quickly
stand in the room and
knock
not look.
go.
And not go.
If you know there was no door on it, yeah.
Because it's not being
fair
funny. How
enough.
many times do you lock the toilet door or shut it?
No, but yeah, I suppose I get what you mean.
You
Yeah,
don't.
I
So
guess.
what is the point in it?
I
Really?
guess. Yeah, I get what
Ours
you
is
mean.
a bit different because if people were around, they'd use that toilet. But no one's.
Yeah,
If
you've
you've
only
got
one.
toilets downstairs, no one's gonna be using your bedroom.
Yeah, you wouldn't use your ensuite if you had an
Yeah.
actual bathroom. No, definitely. I get you.
At number 5, parking, and this may surprise our American viewers, but in the UK, parking can be a real issue.
My God,
And it's
some houses
something
don't even
that
come
we
with it. You got to
suffered
fight
with
for it on
when
the
we were
street.
looking at new build homes, in particular, where they wouldn't have a driveway.
Why is that such a British
That
picture?
is so British, isn't it?
Like,
so
It actually
British.
is. People parking on the side of the pavement.
Yep.
Oh my God,
Little
look at
gardens
it.
with
Look
a
how tiny
wall.
their houses actually are, really.
Yeah.
You don't think when you're like when you're standing on that street, they don't feel small. Doesn't
No, but when you
nothing
compare
feels
them,
small.
it
When
does.
you look at that, like how many houses they've crammed into that one area.
Crammed
You
in,
get about
yeah.
3 houses there in America, on one side.
Maybe 4.
Nah, 3.
Maybe 4.
3, I reckon.
Get your predictions in the comments below. If we
How many's there? Like 50.
Okay, so you would be assigned a parking spot, maybe 1 or 2, depending on the size of the home. But that was really something that you had to consider when buying a new build, is whether you're even going to have a space to park your car.
Before moving out
We've
here,
got one
we
space
bought
for our
a
flat.
3-bedroom family apartment, and you have one allocated space, and that was it. There was no option to buy another one. And this isn't just places that are dense cities. We lived out, much further out from the city of London, so it's quite an odd way to live in the UK. America, by comparison, has excessive space. Especially here in Vegas, you have ample room to park your many, many cars, trucks, boats, jet skis, motorbikes.
Whatever you have.
RVs. Number 6 is garages. In the UK, it's kind of a mixed bag. Older homes tended to have garages in which you cannot park modern cars.
They don't
were
fit, do they?
Things like minis, metros, which most cars are too big now, so you can't actually get in and open the doors. So you could buy an older home, have a garage, you can't park your car, so they tend to be used as storage. Newer build homes, depending on where you are, as we mentioned, will either have no spaces and no garage, or we did buy a home in 2015 which did come with a garage that was big enough for a car and 2 tandem parking spaces.
Oh, wow.
It's very rare, especially the closer you get to London.
There's a lot of houses like that in
America,
Rotherham, though, I would say.
Yeah, out of like a main city and stuff
Yeah,
like
I feel like
that.
I feel like it's between the townhouses and those houses. I don't think those houses are rare. I wouldn't say they were rare
No, but definitely more
because
common.
they're definitely like I feel like
out
like
of-
newer build. Yeah, they're
But
probably
near
like,
a city, anywhere near a city, then you're
you
not getting
wouldn't.
it. Like near
But
London,
I
you
feel
ain't
like
getting it.
they are on par probably with townhouses as how common they are.
Yeah, definitely. And
Just
I,
in
I
different
feel
parts
like
of the country.
their perspective, we may be wrong, let us know in the comments if you do know them, is more southern UK, not northern, where
Yeah,
it does
no,
spread out a
because I
little
feel
bit
like
more.
like your dad's estate, they all look like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's an estate.
You
there.
don't see a townhouse.
Exactly.
But
Well,
then,
because it's not a
but
town.
then like you go to London, like you
you go up
to
the road where we used to live,
you Rosemary,
and
yeah,
there's just
yeah,
townhouses
yeah,
there, because
yeah,
there's
yeah.
a little bit of a town there, a
Yeah,
little bit.
but I would say
so-
that those ones are on par with how many people live in the townhouses.
Definitely,
Too.
yeah, definitely.
And it's integral
Still, that would be so
to
much cheaper than
their
Jersey.
home design. They generally will have a double garage that fits within the home footprint. So instead of it being external,
You know what I've
to
noticed
the
as well? We're pausing so many
I was
times.
going to say, this is
It's
such a long video.
The other, even the photo that they just showed us of their house with the like not the townhouse.
Yeah.
There was only like 4 windows. So many windows.
Yeah, you guys have
In
so many
America,
windows.
how
Yeah,
does it
definitely.
fit?
That's a good point. Which is nice. I
built
like
Yeah.
into the
windows.
home. And they can genuinely be bigger than a UK apartment. Some of, I think this is a small one, it's about 400
Wow.
square foot.
Yeah,
Some of
it's
the ones
bigger
we
than an
looked at were
apartment.
maybe 500 to 600 square foot, which
Wow.
I'll throw something up on the screen. A UK apartment can be 600 square foot.
At number 7, we have getting your mail. And this is something that I definitely miss about the UK. In the UK, we have mail that just comes through the door. It's wonderful. You do not have to go anywhere. You hear when the postman arrives, you get your letters. Here, we have to trek about a block to go and get our mail.
Oh, okay.
And it's
Wow.
a discussion every day. Oh, yeah, have you been to check the letterbox yet? In the UK, it's so much easier, and that's something I definitely miss. And
That's
I don't
a
know if
unique
that's
one.
everywhere
Oh.
in the US, but certainly here in Nevada, that's how you get your mail.
Number
Okay.
8, temperature
I'd hate
control.
that. Too
And
many parcels.
specifically temperature control rather than heating, because in the US, at least in the parts that we would choose to live, nearly every home has air conditioning.
Yeah, we don't have
Now, to a
this.
UK person, that generally means cooling the home. The way it works here in the US, which is new to me as well, it's amazing. Air comes from the sky. So it cools and heats. They're separate units. One's a gas burner or furnace, and one is an air conditioning unit that cools down. But it keeps and maintains the perfect temperature all year round. Really hot summers, which we get here, 46 degrees Celsius. It's perfect in here. And when it's
That's
cold,
mad.
it takes, how long would you say to warm up in here?
10 minutes maybe?
10 minutes at most to warm the whole house. This leads us
That
on
is
to
incredible.
how it works in the UK. Horribly is what I would say. We have radiators, which firstly, to me, are an eyesore, and I know we've done a lot better job of the modern panel ones, but they're an eyesore, they're in the way. I think they're filled with water, a boiler heats the water up and it comes
Yeah, I
out.
kind of feel like we just need AC just for heating.
Yeah.
Just if it does it in 10 minutes, like I say, it's not an eyesore as well. It's not going to happen because you'd have to retrofit so many buildings, but I feel like a
Yeah.
new build, why not have AC?
Yeah, why not?
I know it costs more, that's probably the reason, and there's less demand for it, but it makes
Yeah.
life easier.
It does.
That's easy.
2 hours later, the house might be livable. I had no idea. I thought the radiator system was quite good until we got here. But trust me, heat from the sky is where it's at. I love it.
At number 9, we have gardens versus backyard. In the UK, gardens are like a national treasure for us. They're lush and green. Lots of British people are really into gardening. And sometimes they're disproportionately sized in comparison to the house. So you might have a small house, but then you might have this 100-foot garden with these large orchard trees. Whereas here in the US, we're not finding that is as normal. And I get it. It can depend where you are.
Yeah.
And I've had a few people say to me, why do you call it a backyard and not a garden? Because it's not a garden. There's nothing about our backyard that makes me think of a garden, but it's different. It's a more functional space to put a pool, have your barbecue.
I kind of get what I mean. Like, it doesn't, like, let's say, it doesn't have a garden feel, but it's still technically a garden for us.
Yeah, I'd still call that a garden.
But I guess it kind of, like you say, it's not a feel of a garden. You're not going out and playing footy with a net there, are you?
Yeah, but I feel like people in the UK, like posh people.
Oh, they're starting to get it's starting to go that way, definitely.
Play games.
They're definitely minted,
So to
by
me,
the way.
it is a backyard that you just make into whatever you want it to be. Whereas in England, it truly is a garden.
Finally, number 10. We know this personally because we did put out a video that wasn't specifically about this, but we asked the question, and that is hardwood or hard surfaces versus carpet in your home. Now, I'm still...
UK, I'd say carpet. I'd say, obviously, you do have hardwood in, like, hallways a lot of the time. Kitchens. But I'd say the majority is carpet.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. Torn. I'm quite traditional in the sense of I love carpet and it feels nice, makes the place feel warmer, more cozy. But I have come around to the practicalities of hard flooring. We use luxury vinyl plank, which is a high quality vinyl, but it mimics hardwood. And it's super easy to clean. You can wipe anything up, you can drop stuff on there and
And it looks good.
it does look really nice. Where I struggle a little bit is we put lots of rugs down in the soft areas.
Yeah.
So we turn hardwood into carpet just in little spaces, which I think indicates that carpet is the way to go for me.
I know lots of people are going to say, no, carpet's awful, it's unhygienic.
Oh, I love a bit of carpet.
I think the thing that gets me about American homes, and it was one of the things when we was looking at rentals, was they would have hardwood everywhere, even in the bedrooms. And for me, I do like a bedroom to be cozy with carpet, but...
Yeah, you want them in the morning, when you get out of bed, toes on a nice carpet, don't you?
A bit like I've come around, so I get it. I do understand how much more practical hardwood is. It's just, it loses the cozy feeling of a UK home.
There you have it. 10 things that make you...
That was good.
That was good, yeah.
Enjoyed that. Some new things in there as well. Let us know what you guys thought of that in the comments below. We're not going to do a homes video on our differences because we didn't see an American home, did we? We saw the exterior of a few, but we didn't obviously go into one. But we will be doing videos like this on driving, hotels and stuff like that. So let us know if you've got any ideas for us to add in the comments below. It's going to be our experience, isn't it? And let us know if you're excited for them as well. Check their channel out. The link is in the description. We learned something new today.
Yes, we did.
Smash that button, smash subscribe, and what should we do?
Have a fantastic
and
day.
we'll see you legends in the next one. Peace.